part 2 of the build tutorial. Yeah, this is probably gonna be a 3-4 part. Thinking about it, so we get like this much done. If we can just finish the second layer, that would be great. I might not get to all of that. Maybe I'll just work on like this chunk and then do the front wedge and the rest on another part. But anyways, start off. I'm just gonna go over some wedges really quick to make sure I color these in, because the last thing you want when you're making a tutorial is to miss a wedge and have your entire thing fall apart. So that's what I'm kind of just making sure right now. I'm all highlighting them. Because there's a lot of wedges. Because what happened, I mean, to put it basically, what happened was I normally don't cover up my wedges, but what happened was I made a showcase version. Like I had all the wedges uncovered, like they had text 1x2s on them. I made a showcase version, I covered them all up, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this. But then I made a bunch of extra changes on top of it after covering up the things, so that ended up making it in a way where I kind of have to unhide some of these, but it's fine. We'll realize if things aren't connected right as we go on. So I'll just do this last two, and okay, I guess we can get into it. So, start off, we've ended right about here on this motor to the left. So this motor to the left goes back one, and then to the right one. By back one, this one's near like the end of like this side. Back one to the left one. And then we're gonna have to add this first, it looks like. So back one, the left one, and then back one again. Back one again, and then we clip this. And then we actually go all the way forward. So now we're just doing a 3, like our normal 1x3 thing. And it's gonna look just like this. So this is the same elevation and stuff. Make sure it's at the same. Make sure these are lined up the same. Good. Also, I just realized I forgot to add these hover engines in for the wheels. So what you want to do, make sure you grab your little hover thruster. Where are the hover thrusters? Here we go. Right about here. Hover thruster on both sides. Settings, I mean, you can kind of just set both these to equal and boot them down if you want. Oh gosh, I set that one to equals. Set all of these to that if you want to. That's kind of optional, but I don't think it really affects your build that much. But anyways, let's go up. So we're right about here, and then this is going to clip all our bombs and hover thrusters together. So this is basically where we're going to get the majority of our thrust and our bomb capacity. You can extend this on both. I mean, you could try to extend. I mean, you could like move your build all the way to the left and extend it even more if you wanted to add extra bombs. But for me, it seemed to like what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bombs was plenty. So, especially since this, I mean, you could add more if you wanted to. You could clip it down and around, but at that point, you'd just be adding extra weight, which is not 100% net. Like, you don't need all that extra weight technically, but let's make sure. So this should line, if I extend it back one, that would line up with that. That's good. And I guess let's just make sure I got this set up right, because this is offsetting our motor locking to the center. Let me pull up my chair a bit. I'm hoping to get this out on today. With this video, there might be a day gap in between vids if it doesn't end well, but I mean, if I still have a lot of stuff to do. I mean, I'm hoping to get this out today and then work on my motor locking guide a bit more. So make sure you have the lock setting on all these motors. But yeah, the best way to do this is to click on this, set up your lock setting, and then just place them all. 2, 1, 1. And then I kind of just click number 2 to switch keybinds. Okay, that's set up there. Now what we're gonna do, there's a couple things I guess, but so it looks like we're gonna start off by grabbing these things. This is basically stabilizing our build, because without these, our build's gonna be Willy Wonka type, goofy goober. Like you need something to hold the rear part of your plane in place, so that when you like angle to the right, the rear of your plane doesn't just slide down and stuff. So, but now we can grab our hover thrusters. Wait, I've missed one here. Hover thrusters again. grab control, copy these settings, max speed, minimum drag, ignore others is off, and then just left. I use the base settings. I mean the base keybinds. But and then we connect one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. And then what I like to do next is we go in front of these on every other one. So starting right to the slightly to the right of this one, you go 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 and 1 2. Let me move my mic a bit closer to my mouth. Oh, there we go. And then what we're gonna do next is right over here. So you're just gonna place it down like this on each one. On this middle part, I use text 1x3s, so they seem to work best. And then you're gonna go down and delete the 2 ones that you've placed closer. Make sure you just checking to make sure you got the right setting for all those. And then you're gonna grab an additional text 1x2. You're just gonna slide it on the side. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And then we're gonna do something a little special, I guess. So you're gonna grab a trail right here. And then you're gonna grab some wing panels. You can actually replace this all with 1x2s if you wanted to. I just realized that now. If you want to optimize your build a bit, that would be an option. It's always smart to optimize your build. It'll reduce lag and make cover engines more efficient. But now what we're gonna do is you're gonna start off by adding in little trails on the bottom of each of these. Once you've added those trails, you're going to grab motors. You're going to place them, you're going to offset them so each motor is in between these things. Like, you have a motor placed between each of these motor things. And then you're going to grab a text 1x3. And if you can't place one down immediately, just do this to the texts. And then what I'd recommend is once you set up something like that, just spam and then just delete each other one that's in between. Once you do that, grab your disconnectors. So I set each of these from 1 to 9 to drop bombs. You could set them, from 2 to 9 since 1 would affect the camera. So here, this is an optional keybind. You can do it differently if you want. So I'd start off with 2, then I'd go to 3, then I'd go to 4, then I'd go to 5, then I'd go to 6, then I'd go to 7, then I'd go to 8. Come on. There's one last one, right? Oh yeah, there is. I just forgot to place it. Oh, it's fine. We can just grab an extra motor. Place it right here. Text 1x3. Disconnector on top. 8, 9. And once that's done, move on to your explosive blocks. I use F2. I use the corresponding keybind above. I also set on impact. It depends on what you want. So I normally do maybe you could do arm on key if you want or something. I don't know. But for me, I'd normally either commit to. I have this keybind on so I can detonate them early if I want to. So you'd start off with 2 on F2, and then I'd go click on number 1, click on this, click F3 for number 3, and then go here, F4. Let me delete that. No, oh gosh. 2. Oh gosh, just give me a sec, guys. I accidentally just made an oopsie doopsie. Oh gosh. There we go. Anyways, back to this. People, I can just copy this, put this in there, and then F5. Click. F6. Click. Let's make sure this is 7. Okay. F7. Click. F8, click, click, F9. Oh gosh, don't want to open up that setting. There we go. Click, click. Okay. So these should all correspond. You can check that really quick if you want. But once you've done that, this is optional. If you want to, you can add an extra TNT on the front, but you could actually have nothing on the front if you wanted to. You could have like you could also try to clip something to like down from each one. This would poke out from the bottom bay. Keep that in mind, bomb bay. But you could add, you could clip something into the back of the bombs, like a control. You could clip like a control surface one into the bombs if you want to, since they're technically 3 long, or something like that. But that's all optional. For me, I'm just using basic bombs. But then what I did is I added a pyramid wedge on the front, and then I colored them. This RGBA value, if you guys want to use this, 75, 90, 80. And then what I did is because the disconnector on the back will stay connected to your build. So unless you want to have you could add like a dark, you could add like a dark gray on this disconnector that's right behind it. But yeah, it looks like this. You've got this section done now. So let me make a quick save. 21 tutorial. So now that this part is done, we can start moving up again. So let's grab some more motors to figure out what we did. Figure out what early prehistoric Summit did. So he went to the left and then back. Left, back. Yippee. Yippee. And then back and then forward. Back. There we go. And once that's done, we go to the... once we have our main pilot seat up, I'm going to start going over camera locking. So, and then clip one, down, and then up. Here's where things get confusing. FYI. FYI, guys. Here's where things get goofy goober type confusing. So we have a little half block wedge right here with a sign 1x2, I believe. Yeah, just a 1x2 connects to a trail, connects to a motor locked, a motor which is locked. Let me grab the right settings for this. Or did I make this too high? Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, wait. I made it one too high. I think I did. Give me a sec. We go back. We connect to this one. Give me a sec. We gotta check this out really quick. Okay, my cylinder is one too high. So where did we mess it up? That cylinder is on right track. Up, around, back, forward. Go up. Oh, I made it go back 2, you see. We actually just go forward 1. Back 1. And then we do this. Okay. That was a little issue on my part. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Someone made a little mistake. But there we go. Now we're good. So same thing. Text 1x2. Then you go trail. Where is my trails? Let me grab a good equals by equals trail. That goes like this. No, I mean like this. With those, check, those line up, and then we go motor and then another trail. So just you can keep your trails out and just do this. And then grab a blocked motor. And then now we can transfer our main pilot seat over to this thing. And this main pilot sheet should be lined up with those two. Yep, with these angles, with these front little delta wings, is what I mean. So once you have this, actually I colored this the same color as that. But once you have this, we can move into some camera locking. So I guess we can start off with the front of the wings. I'm gonna replace this with with a pilot seat, just so I can get an idea of reference. So we're gonna go grab some half blocks, go 2 in front. Oh gosh, this is gonna get confusing, but I think there's actually something there, so I might have to delete into, if I have to delete into this, I'll start working on this section first. But yeah, we will have to delete into that in the future, because we have 2 cameras going right on the sides. So what you want to do though is grab some, so these are, yeah, you just want to grab we're going to get a very long line of half wedge downs, and they're going to line up with the front of this. Check. And I guess we can just start mass producing these. Move them all the way down. Well, you'll figure out the exact amount later, but if your build is like slightly offset to the right, just spam them all the way down and then delete one extra one on the side it's farther away from. So technically it's farther away from this one by 1 block. And then you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Give me a sec. I deleted one from the side. Wait, did I mess it up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is my brain messing up with me? Give me a sec. We're gonna. Did I make one side longer? That'd be a really goofy goober moment if I did. Let me see. All of these are offset to the right one side, so this should be 1 block closer. What is this? No, Summit, you've made one wing too short. Summit, no. I think I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's equally spaced. This is equally spaced. Goes all the way to here. It's equally spaced. I'm not sure if I made one wing too close. It doesn't matter. We'll figure this out. Let's just count it really quick. 1, 2, 3. 21. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. Okay, they're both the same length. I don't know why this screwed with my brain so much. But yeah, if you guys could just skip through most of this. But anyways, let's get back into it. Starting from the ends of these wings, you're going to use some delta half-block wing downs. Also, these wings won't be in place by the end of this tutorial. Since this tutorial is so long and stuff, it's like a longer build. I mean, just like by width, I mean wider, I guess would be a better way to put it. It's a chunky build. It'll take a bit, but anyways, so right about here, we cut it out. So after how many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 8 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you get 2 half blocks. Half block there, half block there. And then what I did here, it looks like, is, I mean, technically you could just make this half block beam. But it looks like what I did was 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. To give some extra space for one of my motors. And just half block wedge up, and then on the bottom part of this, looks like once that ends, you switch to I switch to a half block wedge down. So what I could just place one upside down like that, and then place something to give me a base to place something else on it, and then this continues all the way to the middle. So all the way just to the middle. You can just actually run it all the way across, and then delete this one middle spot. There you go. And then what we actually have next is this weird little system, this goofy goober little system. Grab some locked motors next to your half blocks. Then grab another half block down, half a wedge down is actually what's called. And then grab these little half corner wedge downs. And you're going to place them both pointing inwards. And then it looks like you actually just have this on the other side, so have another one pointing out on the other side, and then like this. It's basically, that's the equivalent of what I did. And then once that's all done, let's see, how long has this been? Not sure. Let's get one more part done at least. Let's get these. Let's start working on these sides, these lower side ports. I mean, not ports, parts. So you can start off with a motor. I mean, or not a motor. We'll start off with a half block, which from this lower port that's connected here is just 1, 2, 3 flipped. So about from here. Is it? Where's? There's. Yeah, if you started there. Actually, it might be here. I think it's right about there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, click. It'd be 1, 2, 3, click. Because yeah, 1. Because it's all actually, it's on the closer side. Wait, never mind. Yeah, so it's like this. Which means you'd just go, and on the other side you'd go. Since you're kind of offsetting them on both sides. 1, 2, 3, click. We can also check to make sure they're... Actually, wait, no, this is one extra. Because it's clipped to the left. This lines up right about there. This lines up right about there. So, just to remember, 1, 2, 3, place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place. And they'll line themselves out after they clip to the side. Anyways, once that's done, grab a motor. Make sure it has the lock setting on. Attach it right here. And then you're going to attach an up wedge here, a down wedge here. Little cut, I had to stop halfway through to go do some stuff, but now I'm back. So let's get right into the news. Oh, let's get right into the news. You can Keemstar, Goofy Goober intro. Anyways, yeah, I just want to finish these at least you get these two things and get like this front section, and then on my last part I can just do this and this. So where were we? Yeah, we just started working on this front part. So what do we do now? So we put a little trapdoor there, but okay, so it looks like there's, and this, how long is this? This is 1, 2, 3, and then it shifts back 1. So we're gonna start off by grabbing this. Flip this, grab another half block wedge 1 by 2, or yeah, like right here. Just place, you want it right here, and then you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you can shift it back 1, and then you're going to go delta-wing 1 by 1, 1 by 2, I mean delta-wing 1 by 1, and once that's done, you're gonna go. So let's just make sure this is the right amount above. This is supposed to be one block above. Aligned with this thing. Good. That's all on track. And then, so forward-wise, we have one block. After that, okay, this is where our little landing gear hole is gonna be. Oh, sorry. I'm hoping I'm not getting cold again. But, yeah, so down here, we're just gonna grab our little motor. Cute little motor here. and it clips right in the front of this. So right there. And then on the front of this, we're basically extending this part down. So this extends down until it's here. And then it shifts to a wing panel that looks like this. For 3, I think. Yes, 3. And you're gonna grab these half wedges, half block wedges. No, not half block wedges. Where are they? I forgot where they are. Oh my gosh, my brain just died. Half wedges. Yeah, they're called half wedges. I forgot they existed for a second. That you're just gonna toss them in like this. Once you set up all of those, 4 cameras back from just above the seam. So this is like the seam, the little imaginary seam between the two. And you're just gonna toss in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once that's done, you're gonna grab a little clippy thingamajig. Also, I need to grab my AW text sign so I can figure out where everything rotated to. This is basically what we're doing. So, start off with your motor, your little motors, clipping back from, and it should clip back to the same area. Okay, so we clip here and it should be lined up with the rest of this. And then once that's done, it looks like what we're doing is this. Or did I mess it up by 1? Give me a sec. It's text 1 by 3, text 1 by 2, 1. Okay, so it's like this. Text 1 by 3, text, and then grab your text 1 by 2s. Text 1 by 2, text 1 by 2, signs, text. This is a 1 by 3. This is a 1 by 2. Gosh, this is confusing. This is very confusing. So there's a text. Oh, okay, give me a sec. It's all text 1 by 2. Sorry. My brain was like, wait, no. Okay. Did I place it 1 too hard? Give me a sec. I need to recalculate all this. Okay, this is 1 too high. Okay. This makes sense. So we actually need to go down 1 more on this section. So just move it down 1 block. Move it. Gosh, this tutorial is getting me a little I don't know, skim bottled, I don't know. Just replace your cameras 1 block lower. We're just scooting everything down a bit. I mean, it's easy. It's a lot easier once you've placed everything. So you're just moving everything below the seam down 1. Here, move those motors that you clip down a half block. There we go. Here we go. So you're just building down a bit more. So yeah, it should be literally basically bordering this lower section that we've made. And then you're gonna grab your wing panel 1 by 3 again. Right about there. Okay, this is better. Once that's done, okay, you're gonna grab some trapdoors. Make sure they're on semicolon or whatever key you use to clip everything together. I use semicolon for this, but you can, whatever key you use to clip together, also have it set to this, so these will turn shut as you clip the rest of this, as you do the rest of your stuff. So this touches that, and it should bore the middle. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we're all back on track. We got offset for a second, but anyways, then we have this. Actually, okay, so the block goes there, half block here. Replace this block with a half block, angling towards the outside, and then block. And once that is done, these cameras go right there. There's 4 of them. So we're gonna just add an extra one here, and then now we can finally do this to the motors. So clip back, text 1 by 3, Looks 1x3. Okay, how did I mess that up? I'm a goofy little goober. I'm being a goofy little goober right now. Move my mic a bit closer. There we go. Text 1x2. Text 1x2. Text 1x2. 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 And here we go. So we're basically done. Wait, no, not like that. It's one farther back. Gotta set it up right. Okay, I'm just gonna place it like. Come on, let me place it. Let me place. Okay, place something there and place something there. This is gonna be the best way to do this. Place something on top of there and something there, and now that's all connected. Now we need to set up the camera lock for this angle, and the way this camera lock works is that you have a camera on the bottom of this outer edge pointing downwards. Actually, no, pointing normal orientation downwards. Not like upside down downwards, but like I just flip myself. Like I'm ready to angle upwards this way. And then that on that side too. And these ones aren't turning down as much. So you actually just go to the edge where this borders into this. There's actually a wedge wing panel 1x3 right here. How does this order work? Trying to figure out. So there's a wing panel 1x3 after this 1x4. So you have 4, 3, and then a 3 spot here. 4, 3, and a 3 spot there. Grab your half block. Just run your little half blocks over there. Run your little half blocks over there. And then we kind of have our intakes that go into our wings. Oh gosh, where did I place that block? Okay, give my plane a little hat. We're just going to replace those there. And then also you can add some extra half blocks right there to reinforce that little edge. Anyways, now that that's done, those cameras are done. So we're gonna go to this. Let's color this black first because it'll help us get an idea of what's where. So I use 30, 33, 32 for the intakes, and also the other color 201, 204, 214. Just so you guys remember. If you guys want to use, this is my first camo tutorial. My basic camo tutorial on my planes will just be what I'm generally going over as I'm going over this build. And then the darker color that's on the cockpit, and then the top of this part is 159, 160, 172. So this is like the general paint, the first initial paint tutorial. You can paint stuff as you go, basically. But yeah, once you've colored that black, underneath the wing, same orientation as there. So it's just one off to the right. Right about here. You guys might be picking up some background noise. There's probably this whole Summit lore team building the Summit sibling lore off my background noise, if you guys can hear it, because I can hear it pretty clearly. Something's going down outside. Not sure. But anyways, you click on this thing, click on that thing, click on this little guy, and then click on that thing. And this is basically our first camera lock part. The next one would intersect in here. Let's do this one last part over here before we end today's tutorial. So this is gonna go just over here. Half block. Placing a half block down on both those sides. This should line up with the edge of each one of these. Check, check. And it should line up one in front of, it should line up with this little thing that we've placed here. Check, check. Okay. This is how I call it. It's basically 2-axis checking, and then for the 3rd axis, I compare mine with my build, but like it's harder to mess up 3rd axis than like 2 axis is. But if you want to check the last axis, make sure it's on the same level as this one piece. And then what we're gonna do next is it's a down 1x2. Just toss your little down 1x2s. And then half block, basically a beam of half blocks. I mean 5, not a beam, but you can just grab a half block beam and toss it right onto the back of this. And it should end one behind this. Good. And then you're basically gonna slide your little, slide your little half blocks underneath this. Go 1, 2, 1, 2, and go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Once that's done, you continue the front part forward for a little bit more. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Then grab these. So what you're going to be doing for this one is, gosh, let me select. Let me select like this. So you're going to grab a motor. Just this. Boink, boink. Then you're going to go text 1 by 3 down to the back. Doing and doing. Right there. Both of those over there. Then half wedges. Right there. Oh, we're grabbing a half block wedge. Okay, this is the thing I was confused about or using earlier. Because so like I'm playing crazy. It's one of those games where like you could show me any block in the game and I could name it, but for like whenever it's like sometimes you'll like forget like the most basic blocks. It feels like you have a little brain fart moment. A little brain fart. Whoa. Anyways, both of these are equals. I forget where my landing gear doors go. I've forgotten where my landing gear doors are. Oh, here they are. Okay, so let's add these landing gear doors in. Let's add the little landing gear doors. So, landing gear doors work like this. You have 1 on H. Step 1 on H, and it's on the inside part and it's down, facing down. So I use H for my landing gear doors to open. Whatever key you want to use for your landing gear doors to open and close, have it on this one. And then next, you have another H. Except this, I mean, you have 2 of H's actually. And both of these are facing this way. And then you have another H facing top down, connected to this top H, like this. And then last but not least, you have 2 extra H's on this point right here. I mean, not H's, semicolons, sorry. Or whatever key you use to lock stuff together. If I use semicolon in any build on anything, it's basically meant for any key you want to lock. You're using to lock stuff together, because that's the key I always use. I don't think it really matters as much. You can use any key. I just like to use stuff on the right side of my keyboard because I rarely touch that stuff like normally. So, but yeah, I think this is everything we need for now. I would like to get the front of my wings clipped together in the right way, but I have this on the back, and so I wouldn't be able to do anything really until I'm able to delete this. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to build the back of this part, and then delete, and then I can delete this since I already have it built down. But let's just make sure this generally works, or most of this stuff works. So make sure you click on these, click on those green things that I highlighted. Also, one other thing, we need to set up these things. So, oh, we didn't fully set them up. Let's fix that. Up, 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 down, down, down. Up, up, up. I mean, up, 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 like this. Up, 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 up. I'm not sure why I used down, 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 but we will see. I'm gonna color it pink. If this actually kind of looks bad, I'll just flip them up too. Let's color these pink so we remember. Kind of doing a bit of improvising on the tutorial, but it's better to improvise and have something look better than to not improvise and have it look goofy gooberish. Don't look goofy goober. This is some personal advice, 1-to-1 with you little tutorial watchers. Don't be a goofy goober. Anyways, so we've messed these things up a bit, which is not good. Not good. So let's fix this. Fix this horrible mistake we made. These need to be facing down, and then up, down. Oh wait, never mind. I'm messing up the ones with pink. These need to be facing out, outward normally, and then they aim down at these blue blocks I've placed. So you're basically going 1, 2, 1, 2. Or just, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, click. 1, 2, 1, 2. Was it that high or was it lower? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then color these little ones I'm going to color them green also. And then we're going to place angle this one on this one, and then this one. Wait, did they turn around? No, they just angle down normally. This one at this one. Okay, so this would be the majority of the front of our bulb section if we had our wings able to clip together. You can actually, you guys could technically clip your wings down already. Okay, so it looks like they're connecting. I've accidentally left a connection, which I'm not sure what that connection is. Uh-oh. It's this first part. Oh, it's because I accidentally placed this one too far back. Okay, little mistake. Little mistakes are painful to correct, but anyways, here we go. Now this will work. I was so worried I was gonna have to redo so much of this tutorial if I offset everything by one block. But that's why it's good to check a lot. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting to look like an actual plane. Okay, yeah, it's just doing that so it fits in. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty good so far. I can go 0. I mean, I can go L. Well, I mean, normally this wouldn't be this isn't gonna really clip together because I haven't added all the TNT in. So let's go over the TNT and then I'll end it here for now. But it looks like everything's working pretty nice so far. If I make any big mistakes, I'll fix them next time. But for most part, for the TNT for today, just go like yoink, 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 something like that. Like just climb. You're basically climbing it up with TT. You could also climb it up with springs if you're using springs. But yes, now we can save. Savity save. Make sure it's saved. And then yeah, this will basically be done for today. I wanted to get my motor lock guide out today, but I had to do a lot of stuff today, and it seems like you guys really want your B-21 tutorial, so motor lock guide will keep being postponed until I can get around to getting more footage. I've already got the script down, and I've recorded most of it, I think, but I want you guys to know I'm still working on that vid a bit, but it'll go over magnet lock. But guys, just so you know, quick tip for magnet locking: it's not as complicated as it seems. You're just trying to push something up against a magnet, then use the magnet lock setting. And it's kind of buggy. Don't use it a lot if you're trying to like for one part. I'm glad I didn't know about magnet lock for this, because magnet lock would be the worst thing on the tutorial with how to put on a tutorial with how buggy it is. Like sometimes it'll lack like oh, I would not want to subject you guys to trying to mess around with magnet lock for an hour and wondering why yours decided to bug just for you or something. But it's fine. But yeah, thanks for watching though. I'll see you guys later. Finally getting everything set up, so I might be able to work on some like more IRL-ish build ideas and like video ideas. So like we're finally getting settled back at the new house. So but yeah, thanks for watching everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. This is Summit, and bye bye.